Hello, hey guys, welcome to Thursday's extended exclusive Oracle of the Day / reading. I am very sorry I'm late getting this to you guys. I have just been very tired this week, and I think it's honestly a collective thing, and I would go ahead and say like this is for everybody, because it's been 4 days here in Nashville of non-stop rain, just waking up and it being dreary outside, and sorry, I'm out of breath. After about 4 days of that, it's kind of begins to get difficult to utilize your gratitude list, right? You're just like, oh, is this rain ever gonna end? It's giving me congestion, it's making my joints hurt. So I've been a little bit slow today, just kind of playing catch up, and the kids got out of school early. So I apologize, this is getting published a little bit later in the day than I would like, but hey, we made it here. All right, so I posted today's tiny Buddha already for you guys in the group. Hopefully you were able to find that. Today I got a look at one of the stones I'm having made in India, and it was phenomenal, and I just cannot wait to see you guys at the retreat. But I'm starting to get nervous that you guys aren't going to come because we've had only a few ticket sales. So make sure you snag those tickets that are left. I think we're down to like 25 or something like that, and I would love to see everyone there. It's not going to be like physically aggressive. I don't want anybody to think this is going to be like an exercise thing. It's not. It's more about breath work and earthing. So that's the plan. Today I want to talk to you guys about receiving symbols from your guides, receiving downloads, intuitive hits, interpreting symbols, and what those might mean for you in the form of messages from the universe. So to start the reading, I pulled 4 Rider-Waite tarot cards, and I'll tell you why in just a second. The Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the 6 of Cups, and the Knight of Wands. Okay, so what's interesting here is that most of these are court cards, apart from the 6 of Cups, but this is going to be the energy of the collective, and I can explain what it is here in a second, but I pulled intentionally from the Rider-Waite to show you the symbology used in tarot. Every little thing you see here, from the Queen of Pentacles holding this pentacle, to the Queen of Cups holding the chalice, to the 6 of Cups being children, reminding us of the past, the Knight of Wands charging in on a colorful red horse. Everything in tarot is symbology. So, once you have a basic understanding of the symbols you see in tarot, you are then able to tell a story. And this is for tarot, but it's also on a macro level. Our entire world, our entire reality is a download. And our brain we have ancient DNA, and our brain interprets the symbols around us using mapping to help us understand the experience we're in that current setting. And it's all symbology, and it's everywhere you go. It's used in branding, commercials, music videos. Symbols are everywhere, to the stop sign at the end of the road. Notice how it's a geometric shape. There's significance there. So signs. Let's talk about signs. All right, so just to go ahead and let you know what this energy means, the Queen of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups, this is about having both a knack for your finances and keeping things orderly, but also being a compassionate, good, loyal friend kind of lady. or gentleman if you identify as divinely feminine. But this is a very responsible, sweet person. And the Six of Cups tells me that this person is reflecting, or the collective, I could say, on the past right now and wondering what omens they have seen, which ones are real, what's not real. And we have the Knight of Wands charging in to say there's multiple ways to do this. You don't have to have just one or two signs that you saw one or two times. You can create ways of communicating with your guides what signs and symbols you would like to see, and you will rapidly notice the synchronicities in your life speeding up. And by synchronicities, I mean signs happening over and over again in divine order. So we have the card signs. Instincts are the message from the inner divine. This is about listening to your instincts. So Lara, like when we first opened the group, she posted something about always waiting for a signier sign. And that is such a true statement. Like, most people get signs and downloads all the time, but they dismiss it as coincidence. What is really, really imperative that you understand about receiving signs and symbols is there is no such thing as coincidence. Everything is happening in a divine order. And to understand that is to understand the way that the universe works. And then it takes you back to geometry and algebra, and then you lose me. Okay, I'm sorry. I still have a little residual congestion, so I sound nasally, and I apologize. So I intentionally pulled from the Muse Tarot today because I think the symbology is really beautiful in these cards. But know that your instincts are always right when it comes to downloading signs. If you feel like it is a sign, take it. It is a sign. Your spirit guides want you to notice that. They're pushing your intuition and your instincts to understand that that is the experience they want you to have. So we have, for tarot, this is from the Muse Tarot, the Two of Materials, the Ten of Voices, the Queen of Voices, the Three of Materials, which is the same as the Three of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Page of Inspiration. I love that one. Whoops. Go back. The Eight of Inspiration, and the Knight of Voices. Okay. Now you're like, what the hell does all that mean? Let me explain. Okay, so all other tarot decks are based on the original images I showed you when I first laid down the Rider-Waite cards. These cards still hold the same meanings, but with more modern symbology. Isn't that interesting? So you can still kind of get the same idea as what the original tarot is conveying, but in a different, more creative, artistic way. Like, there's so many decks out there. Once you learn the original tarot, you're able to read symbols in most tarot decks. Okay, so Two of Materials into the Ten of Voices, into the Queen of Voices, into the Three of Materials, into the Hierophant, the Page of Inspiration, the Eight of Inspiration, into the Knight of Voices. What does this mean? Well, we're not really grounded in our reality enough to notice when signs are happening, and the Ten of Voices is about going through like a death and a rebirth. And I think most of you, it's fair to say you're going through a spiritual awakening. And then we have the Queen of Voices, and this is about very much an intentional communication from your guides, downloads that are true. Understand them to be true. And as you experience more and more of this synchronicity, we have the Three of Pentacles here to talk about it. Talk about the signs you're seeing. you might find synchronicity there. Somebody might say, that's a symbol for me too. And I just saw one yesterday. And then that's a symbol. Everything has meaning. The Three of Materials talks about teamwork. And then we have the Hierophant here. And this is about what's right, what's wrong. And understand that everything is in divine order. And it all boils down to understanding molecules and algebra, which I understand neither, but I understand the abstract art of symbology. And this is all true and right. And the Page of Inspiration talks about having intuitive ideas to find these signs and symbols. Eight of Inspiration is about fast-paced change. Knight of Voices tells me you guys are going to start requesting from your guides signs and symbols. And that is the message I really want to hit home today, is you can request certain signs and symbols. I was sitting at the pool last summer and I would just stare up at the sky and birds would fly left to right across my vision. And so I was like, okay, spirit guides, like that'll be like a yes. And if they fly right to left, that'll be like a no. And it's still a thing. It like stuck around. My guides liked it. We use that all the time. So that you can create your own symbols and like ask your guides to use these symbols and signs in your life so that you can have more awareness of spirit around you. So I want to go to these cards. So interesting how they use roses here as the pentacles. Roses represent life. The way they unfold, the ever-unfolding rose comes to mind. While here, instead of swords for the voices, which we would see in typical tarot, we see air. Because swords talk about communication, right? So air is being used here. And also this is going to be your air signs. And then we have more roses here to represent pentacles. The Hierophant is interesting. It's almost like a god worship in a ceremony. And we have the Page of Inspiration here. There's this beautiful rainbow cloud and her hair is rainbow. And the Page of Inspiration talks about an idea. And I like how this is expressed here. And then we have the Eight of Inspiration, which is about fast-paced change. In traditional tarot, it's just 8 wands moving in one direction. Here it's 4 women charging forward and breaking this boundary. And here in the Knight of Voices, we see a horse flying in to let us know this change is happening now, and this communication is air. He's flying. So just from a little analysis here, we have pulled so many symbols, from a Pegasus to a boundary being broken, to a rainbow, to roses, to arrows, to birds, to deities. I mean, symbols are everywhere. If we choose to open our eyes to communicate with spirit, signs and symbols, communications are everywhere. Okay, and to believe me, you must have outrageous openness. Dear love, open me to your okay, let me see where I can read. Dear love, open me to your will. Release me from my attachments. Surprise and delight me with your plan. You know what's needed. And am I open to receive? Yes. Yeah, we're ready for this outrageous openness. Believe that the birds are around you for a reason. Believe that the song you had stuck in your head came on the radio for a reason. If we believe and truly surrender to the idea that the universe has a game plan and a timeline for us, then we can rest assured that these are real signs, right? It takes a vast amount of faith. It really does, to open up your vision to receiving everything in divine timing and divine order. Okay, I'm gonna like go ahead and toss these guys out here. I like wrote down some quick ways I communicate with my guides. Let's go through them. So this one, sign language. Okay, literally I just wanted to bring up that all language is symbolic. It originates from hieroglyphs, I believe, if not earlier, like runes, ancient runes. Just think about sign language and how that is an expression and it takes action. Okay, so we have, well, I already, sign language kind of, sign language, but words also. There's meaning behind words, and I'm going to talk more about this in a second. And words are symbols. There can be synchronicity with words all the time. For instance, I might say the word epiphany, and then 2 seconds later, I might hear the word epiphany on TV in a script. I have algorithms. Okay, know that algorithms can be hacked by spirit guides, by really probably any species more intelligent than humans. AI is all math, and algorithms are chosen based on the choices you've already made, and they kind of tell a story of who you are. These algorithms can be used to deliver messages. One thing I like to do is take my cell phone, go to YouTube Music, and put it on shuffle and see what song my spirit guides have for me. And I know there's meaning there because I've already like made that agreement with them that that's a thing. Like I said, if you believe it's a thing, it will be a thing. I have the radio. Sometimes when I'm feeling like super stressed, I'm driving and I'll put on the radio and there's going to be a synchronicity there for me every time. Sometimes you have to turn the dial a couple times, but it will make sense. I have geometry and shapes. Okay, the Pentagon, for example, and then think of the Colosseum, which would have been Rome. So shapes, they're in the buildings. The amount of sides that something has divine purpose and meaning, and everything can be broken down into geometry and algebra, and that's how we know we aren't the ones calling the shots. Everything happens in divine order. So we have seasons, representational of change. The change humans go through, the change the world goes through, the change the universe goes through, the change the sun goes through, you name it. Seasons are very much signs. I have weather and storm warning. Think about a storm warning. That's foreboding. It gives us the energy of needing to prepare. Weather can often be a symbol. The sun, that's about a new beginning, a new positive, happy ending. Throughout history, the sun was worshipped. Okay, we have architecture, which I mentioned earlier, shapes of buildings. We have numerology. Okay, this is so easy, you guys. You just add up the single digit numbers until you get a 1-digit number. That's how numerology works, and signs and symbols are everywhere. Numbers can be reduced, and they do tell stories. The sun and moon, the contrast between light and dark. We see that in movies a lot of times, where there's the battle of good and evil, light and dark. Harry Potter comes to mind. Battle for Hogwarts, which is like the best fight scene ever. If you haven't seen the Battle for Hogwarts, I feel sorry for you. We have birds and flowers. Okay, this is a favorite for humans. I don't know what it is about birds and flowers, but just seeing something so natural, so beautiful, so wild, we love to hold on to those signs and symbols. I do believe birds carry messages. I think they're from Sirius B. I could go deeper down that rabbit hole, but we'll do that another day. We got a couple more. We have, okay, jewelry. Jewelry is a symbol of like your status and wealth. Why do you think people wear jewelry? It's a statement, okay? Except I wear these because I'm married. That's a whole cultural thing we'll talk about another day. Okay, animals. You can ask animals for signs. I once was taking a little trip up at my uncle's place in Dayton, Tennessee, and this rabbit, I swear, was communicating with me. He would come up to the house and just look me dead in the eye, and then he came back 3 or 4 different times, and I'm like, what is this rabbit trying to tell me? So animals can carry symbols and signs. Okay, so next from the Empath's Empowerment deck, we have 2 cards. We have find your purpose. When you feel like, Elbow Bear, are you okay? Go see Dada. Go see Dada. Sorry, guys. Live show here, sorry. We have find your purpose. When you feel like you don't fit into this world, remember that you're here to help create a better one. Your tender heart is a treasure. Find your purpose, find your passion. Follow the bunny rabbit trail to your passion. Follow the signs, follow the symbols. We have release fear. Stop inventing scary stories about the future. Stay in the now and affirm your strengths. Release fear about signs and symbology. I actually don't believe in negative signs and omens. I think that's a bunch of bull crap. Well, I mean, unless, yeah, even the axe, actually, I saw in a documentary last night, which would feel like an aggressive symbol, isn't. I heard the axe was symbolic of strength. So, I mean, yeah, like, I think that is very human thinking to think signs and omens could be negative. I think they're always in goodwill. Okay, so we're going to go through some Starseed Oracles and some Work Your Light by Rebecca Campbell. We'll point out some symbology here. I don't want to overwhelm you, but what my point is, there are symbols in everything. That is what the tarot is about reading signs and symbols. And it is a reflection of the real world. Everything is a sign and a symbol and has a purpose, a rhyme, and a reason. Okay, we have the Great Severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. Jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Water your garden, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. So what do we have here? First of all, we have something we're cutting out of our life. See the contrast between the dark of the night and the red of the earth. Something is being disconnected, a conflict, a softening to love. Because we're in the void, right? Like we're disconnected from love. And then we have big picture thinking. Remember that you're just experiencing a part of what is a whole. You were in a phase. Think of the big picture, scale back. Pleiades energy. Be positive. Law of attraction. Positive brings in positive. Visionary. Inspired ideas and thinking. Jump in. Andromedan energy. We see the rainbow into the universe. It says adventure. Say yes to change. Start saying yes to things that bring you out of your comfort zone. Right? There's a lot about rainbows here. Rainbows are a sign for a lot of people. I do think I mean, if you can break that down into math too, it's prisms capturing light and it bends the rays and then we get rainbows. I mean, it's all divine. We have I remember, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Exactly. It's all been part of a greater plan. Having faith that the universe is designed, everything has purpose and meaning, and it's all around us. And we have the water your garden card, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Notice how she's bathing. Okay, when people get depressed, they don't bathe as much, and it's just like a subconscious thing. Like think about a cat that's sick. It doesn't really bathe itself as it usually does. Bathing is good for the spirit. I don't care how bad you smell. It's not about that. It's about cleansing your spirit. I usually don't shower in the mornings. I prefer to shower at night. Lately though, like when I'm kind of moving slower because my thyroid is mad. I have an angry thyroid, long story short. Anyways, it makes me feel kind of tired. I've learned to like take a shower and like reconnect with spirit and like have them help wake me up using water. That is a form of self-care, nourishment, body care, tenderness, rest. Okay, work your light. We have soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. As you can, okay, we're gonna have a story time by Victoria. This is gonna be long. I read an article today from if you're watching Angie, hi, Angie posted on Facebook where some sort of celebrity was diving off a yacht, and it sounded like the Mediterranean. I can't remember, to be honest. I don't know, in some exotic place, and a dolphin came to him, and he understood immediately the communication between the dolphin was the dolphin needed help. So he got his diving gear, followed the dolphin down. This is a true story. To find another dolphin trapped in a net, and he got his diving knives, cut the dolphin loose. The dolphin was rescued. A dolphin can apparently drown in 10 minutes. So this all happened within 10 minutes. And this man was able to save the dolphin. And it was a male and a female, and the female was pregnant. So he saved the baby too. And my good friend Angie's point was, if we stop to communicate with animals and nature and the wilderness surrounding us, we will feel better, because we are natural too, right? We are part of this earth. We're built from stardust. Our DNA is structured like math. It's all divine. And when we reconnect with Gaia, everything gets better, which is why I'm hosting this retreat, and y'all need to come, because it's going to make you feel better. We're literally just going to hang out amongst the trees and like get back to nature and learn some cool stuff about meditation. It'll be a beautiful day. So come. I'm sending you home with amazing crystals too, because I love you. All right, I'm gonna keep going on. Speaking of prisms and rainbows, we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You're already highly sensitive. You feel the energy shift around you. Know that you can see the shifts too in the symbols around you. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms. Your guides are always instinctually leading you by intuition. Then we have boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Guys, guess what? This card isn't going to go anywhere until you put these boundaries in place. See how the symbology here of this card, all of these people want something from her. And her chakras are lit, and she is saying no. I have boundaries. No. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Everything in tarot is a symbol. And if everything in tarot is a symbol, and tarot is a mirror for reality in the rest of the world, that means the world is nothing but symbols. Hello? Isn't that exciting? What an epiphany. Okay, so we have some tarot cards to kind of go through this topic. First, we have Peacock Copper. Some people call this Peacock Ore. I've also heard it called Rainbow Pyrite. It says, I confidently show my true colors to others. I am fabulous. Peacock feathers. That's a symbol for a lot of people. And it says, improve optimistic outlook on life, increase happiness, feel confident and comfortable, embrace the ability to be in the spotlight. Self-esteem is involved here, you guys. Needs to be a sense of inner knowing. Okay, we have the Angel of Expression. I open my consciousness to various forms of expression, and I express myself with ease and grace. My creativity is activated. I am a channel of divine inspiration. I receive insights and wisdom from various cultures and philosophies. Yes. Okay, the suggestion is turquoise, which is mainly a Native American stone. It says, what do you wish to express? How do you wish to express yourself? Is there something you need to say to someone? Expression comes in many forms. Meditate on what you would like to say and then say it. Explore Native American spiritual teachings. Okay, so they were showing me meditation and just sitting with a blank screen in front of you in your mind's eye and waiting for symbols. What symbols come to mind? What is your guides conveying? Write it down. Okay, next we have the cardinal. Okay, in Christianity, the cardinal typically is a sign that there's an angel nearby. It says the polarities of your spiritual pursuits and physical pleasures are out of balance. So do whatever is necessary to bring them back into equilibrium. Okay. We noticed we were out of balance in our tarot when we had the Two of Pentacles right here. Or in this case, the Two of Materials. We're not really keeping everything balanced when it comes to work and life. And a lot of it has to do with our need to create better boundaries. So I pulled 3 Law of Attraction cards because these are all about symbology. First, we have the need for friendship. So we have the Egyptian couple there, the star. There's so many symbols. There's matching gemstones right there, 2 birds. Those look like cranes. Cranes mate for life. And it says, special friends are there to help me and bring me strength during difficult times. Lean on friendships. Courage. This one's like a cheetah against the mountains with racehorses in the back. And he's unafraid. The back says, my fear of rejection does not stop me from bravely going forward. Yes, it's Aries energy. Just do it. Gratitude, flowers. You'll see that symbol in the real world. Often when people are thanking someone, they send flowers. And it says, I'm grateful for and appreciate all the abundance I have in my life today. Attitude of appreciation, having gratitude. Okay, we have worry. I am learning that worry doesn't change an outcome. Don't worry if you're getting bad downloads. Trust your gut instinct that you are just now waking up. I'm waking up. I feel it in my bones. Like, I'm serious. You're just waking up to the fact that everything is all symbol. All symbols. Okay. We have Serapis Bay, Ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Yeah, the answers reside within you. It's part of your DNA, which is a structure, which is a symbol of a ladder. Are you kidding? DNA and a ladder. Like, symbology's everywhere. And you get to choose what your signs are. Tell your guides what you, like, for instance, after my grandmother passed, pink roses started to appear. And that's just how she communicates with me now, is when I see pink roses. Okay. So I like these because these are kind of like ink blots, but these are Gabrielle Bernstein spirit messages. I have, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. So know that these signs are so obvious. They're all around you. And it says, when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. So we have 2 cards here that came out about viewing the world differently, through a different lens. What you focus on, like, seeing how everything, it's like how you, when you go to Disney World and everything's coordinated and perfect and in alignment, and it feels kind of fake, but waking up to the fact that the real world is all divinely placed too. Like, and we actually live in something that is planned. How interesting. Except humans like to mess it up, and that's sad. We like to mess up our planet, and that's really sad. Okay, we have the first quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. Yes, be open to new symbols and signs. So we have some soul tree oracles next, and these are just some key ideas, some keywords, some symbolic words for communicating with your spirit guides. Know that your 3rd chakra, the solar plexus, is important. Your self-esteem, have courage, which is like literally right next to it. What do we call that? I said have courage and set it down next to the word courage. That's called synchronicity. That is a sign. Okay, we have the word release. Release negativity around signs. Know that they're always positive and take initiative. Tell your guides what signs you need to see. And we have energy. Know that everything is energy. So when you telepathically decide to communicate a sign and a symbol with your guides, they will return and reciprocate that energy. We have freedom. What a powerful symbolic word that means so much. Freedom. Reconnect with spirit. See how like it's just mist, but it's like a snake intertwining between the branches. Spirit is a part of who you are, and it curls around just like DNA inside of us, and it's everything as they're doing the as above as below thing, but everything is a mirror. Okay, we have 6th chakra, third eye. Open your third eye, like be open, have this release of resistance, okay? And be open to that signs are real and they're everywhere. And risk. There's never a reward without risk. And look at the symbology here. The tree is blazing fire. Okay, so just to wrap things up, I thought it would be interesting to note, this is from Earth Magic, how each word has a very long and extended definition, which I can give to you if you're very interested in person. Just PM me, but I'm just going to go over the fact that these each represent big things. We have tsunami, wake up call. Tsunamis come out of nowhere, right? There's little to no warning. So it makes sense that it's a wake up call. We have ocean, ebb and flow. That's life, such is life. We're like water creatures. If you think about it, we're 80% water. We go with the ebb and the flow of the moon. We're controlled like tides. We are tied to the moon, especially if you're a female. Okay, or if you associate with the divine feminine. Okay, next we have, I can never say this word right for the life of me. Autumnal autumnal equinox, release. How does fall teach us about release? It's transition, it's death, it's rebirth. It is a process. It is a release of the old in order to welcome in the new. We have mountain and the word strength. Mountains are forged over time from pressure and earthquakes and water, and they have endured the testament of time. That is strength. We have DNA and karma. It's real. If you don't believe in karma, wake up. It's real. Your DNA has a memory. Think about that. Our choices reflect in our DNA, and over generations, the physical body we choose. Think about why we choose who we choose to be. What mission are we trying to learn? Some of it's health related. Some of it might be written into your DNA. Maybe you deal with autoimmune disorders. Maybe you have that autoimmune disorder from a disruption in a past life. Maybe you heal yourself from that autoimmune disorder because you have a past life regression and you find the symbology of it all and you rewrite your DNA. That is a real thing. Okay, and we have full moon and completion. A cycle, a full cycle. Think about a circle and what a circle represents. Continuation. I have this sitting on my desk because the rest of the deck got ruined, but I saved the world card. See how she's in a circle? Encircle yourself with the idea that symbols and signs from your guides are everywhere, in everything you do, in the subconscious, in nature. It's all plants, it's divine, and it's beautiful. And on that note, guys, it's been a long one. I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm sending you loads of love and light. Please go ahead and get your retreat tickets if you can, because I need to make sure that that's a good day for everyone. We're going to be having it in Fairview at Bowie Park. It is a magical forest, which is why I chose it, not just because I live here. I've had some really cool experiences happen. All positive, beautiful, love and light. And I'm sending you that energy. Talk soon. Love, lots of love. Bye.